Hello, and welcome to the Light Institute Sunday Meditation and the Sanctuary of Light. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, we do have a way that we do this meditation so that we can access several levels that support us, because meditation really is about supporting the true self. So in the first part of the meditation, we ask our higher selves to take a form for us. Because when we think of or feel or recognize that we have an aspect in us that is divine, that is above the fray, it helps us to quicken our own frequencies. So we ask the higher self to take form, to touch our body, to sit with us in meditation. And then I'll make a little Om sound so that you can push the button on your apparatus so that you can sit in meditation for as long as you like. In the second part of the meditation, we practice what we call here the art of radiance, because everything is made of light, especially us. So we reach up into the cosmos and we pull down a beautiful beam of white light down through the top of the head, down into the stomach area. Stomach is the center of the emotional body, and from there we laser it out across the planet and back up into the sky. And we just continue to, with our breath, draw that white light down through us and laser it out. And this helps us to have a sense of presence and purpose. And so we do that for the second part, and then Om again. And then in the third part, each week, and people ask us to focus on something that allows our meditative state to be a gift into the world, to support something in the world. And this year, we're coming to a new year, this week, the message and the focus that we will extend out will be hunger, because there are so many people who are cold and hungry and are not in their homes, and that is not just the two-leggeds. There are four-leggeds and all kinds of beings, animals and humans and sentient beings on the planet who are hungry. And so we want to send an energy that will help them to find the food, that will help them to be able to move past that very primordial survival energy, so that they can feel that their life has purpose and it's not to starve. So as we send light to that, you don't know how powerful that is to do that, how that opens up some kind of synergistic energy that could provide that food or help them to be in the right place at the right time, to move from a place of hunger and lack to a place of well-being. So that's the first part of our meditation, and we'll begin it now. We always begin with our breath, because when we exhale, it slows your brain down so that you actually move into the alpha, or the slower states, which are the states of meditation. Close your eyes. Breathe in through your nose, and slowly exhale through your mouth. And once again, breathe in through your nose and exhale slowly. And feel yourself moving into a quiet and peaceful and expanded consciousness state of meditation. Once more, breathe in and exhale slowly. And now ask your higher self. It's the intuitive essence of your soul. It's your own inner voice, the voice of wisdom and consciousness. Ask it to take a form for you today, any form. It could be a light or a being, a tree, an animal, even an equation. See what form comes to you at this moment from your higher self. And now ask your higher self to touch the place in your body that's holding your divine essence at this moment. It could be anywhere in your body. So breathe deeply and just imagine that your higher self is touching someplace in your body. And wherever you feel that, recognize that point of reference, imagine that you begin to draw your higher self to that point. Begin to breathe in and out of it. And as you breathe in and out to make it a bigger point, a bigger spin point, that you're literally drawing your higher self in through that point. Draw your higher self in. Sit in meditation. Om. Take a deep breath into your body and reach up into the cosmos and draw down right through the top of your head a beautiful beam of pure white light, right down through the top of your head, down into your stomach, the center of your emotional body. And from there, just imagine like a flashlight that you're lasering the beam of that white light out from you, through your own electromagnetic field, out into the world, across the planet, back up into the sky. And just continue that beautiful drawing the white light down, lasering it out, and back into the cosmos. And just continue that as you meditate and feel how that white light quickens your frequency, expands your consciousness. And in the third part, we will gather into our mind's eye all the beings on this planet who are hungry, whether they're animals, four-leggeds, two-leggeds, wingeds, whomever they are. Gather them, let them show you who needs help in finding food at this time. And just see what comes to you. And now ask them what frequency of light, what color they need from you to find the food, to not be hungry. So that the color that they ask for begins to put a frequency into the ethers that can cause, like magic, the ending of that hunger, the food that can come, the being in the right place at the right time. What's the color that they ask for from you? Whatever color comes into your consciousness. Again, reach up into the cosmos, to the infinite cosmos that has everything, and pull down that frequency of light, that color, down through the top of your head, down into your stomach, and laser it out. Feel as if you're lasering it, as if it's food, as if it's the ending of that hunger. Laser it out to all of those who came into your mind's eye, the people, the animals, even the plants. And continue to draw that color in and laser it out to them. And watch what happens. If suddenly you feel them get bigger or stronger or smile, feel that shift that can occur. And take a deep breath into your body and open your eyes. Thank you for doing that, and I hope that you'll continue to do that. It's called an exercise in consciousness. At any moment, you could just, I'm sending light to support people that they are not hungry, to animals that are not hungry, to this world. And that's giving a gift and activating a sense of purpose in you. We have a second part of this meditation. It's called Knowings. And each week people send questions from around the world that they would like for us to express and to contemplate together, so that these questions and these answers that we have uplift us and all the people that are joining. So Alice will tell us the questions that have come for this week. Allison?
The first question is from Madrid, Spain. Chris, how can we as caretakers make life better for ourselves and those we are caring for, especially when we don't really care for the ones we are caring for? I am having to take care of my mother-in-law, and it is a stretch for me.
Oh, first of all, let me just say that I honor you for having the karma to do that. Because when we do something that we really don't want to do, it is always based in cause and effect, action and reaction. By which I mean that you're not being punished by having to be a caretaker. That it is something that ultimately will expand who you are and the gifts that you have. And above all, it will expand that human heart to find that place of compassion. You are not alone in that feeling of not loving the one you're taking care of, because partly, many times people who are very ill treat the ones they love or the ones that take care of them without respect, in angry ways, and in ways that don't bring about a happy relationship. So it takes a great deal of love and compassion and patience to be a caretaker. And so honor yourself for that. And then the thing that I would say is you want to shift from, I don't really like her, and I don't like having to take care of her. You want to shift from a place that says, I can do this. I can do it with grace, and I can do it because it will help me to grow, and it will help her, and perhaps your husband, her son as well. And that will make a difference in how you live your life. And so I would say that one of the ways to do that is to contemplate what qualities does she have that you do admire. And those qualities reflect back to her. Tell her that you like those qualities in her. And hold them in you, so that you are, when you think about her, when you're caring for her, you hold her in that light. Because if you hold her in a light that says she's disrespectful, she's bossy, she's selfish, then of course you will not come to a place of a full heart with her. And so you want to really teach yourself to look for the good in her and hold that. Then the second part of that, as we were doing before in our meditation, is to ask her in your mind what color she needs from you to get along well with you at this moment. And then always draw it from the cosmos, never from you, down into your solar plexus. This helps your emotional body, and laser that out to her. You can do that when you go to bed at night. You can do that before you come to help her, anytime. And what is amazing is that people are very sensitive to light. And it may help her to begin to communicate with you from a higher octave, from a place that will begin to build a platform of good relationship, of the power that you have to be a caretaker. And then one last thing is caretake yourself. Make sure that you have time alone, time to meditate, time to play, time to laugh, time to be free. And that will help you, so that your whole life is not spent with her or about her. But that there is always a time, whether she's sleeping and you're with her all the time, or whether you go there, that you really eat things that you like to eat, that you think positive thoughts, that you do things that bring you joy, and that will help you to be a wonderful caretaker and to make it easier and healing for everyone concerned. Great love. Allison.
The second question is from San Antonio, Texas, in the U.S.A. I just saw that reindeer are traveling hundreds of miles to find food because of the warming of their environment. Snow melting, then freezing, that forms a layer of ice over the lichen. Quick question, please. Will we be able to turn around the heartbreaking mess we've made of our planet?
Turn it around? No, but we will be able to go on from it. And I want to say that this thing of the suffering of animals is very important to the growth of our human heart. Because it's very important to realize that what happens to them happens to us in ways that we often don't think of. But this is a very good sign that you have asked that question. It means that you care. If you care, there are hundreds and thousands and millions of other people that care, to say nothing of the Lapland people who are watching their beloved animals, their sacred friends, suffer and probably die. And so what's important about that is that when you begin to care, you will find creative ways to participate, even if it's only in your consciousness, imagining that, okay, they've traveled for hundreds of miles and they're finding the food, and that the lichen is abundant wherever they are. Imagine them finding that food and being well. And so it may be that you need to participate in some kind of project or something as well, or help other people to know about this, just as you've done just now. Because in our talking about it, hundreds of people, perhaps thousands of people, will now be echoing and caring about what's happening to the reindeer, especially at this time of year when we have emotional connections to them. And so it's a give back thing. They bring us the sense of Santa Claus, of winter, of beauty and magic, and let us bring back to the reindeer something called food, as we were doing in the first part of our meditation. So there's a lot you can do, and because you care, I would say, no, we will probably not go back, but we can go forward, and that's the point. That we can use our brilliant human hearts and our human consciousness to find ways to support the life, all life on our planet. To shift whatever needs to be shifted, and to create new ways of coping with the situations that come up. Together we can do this. Great love to you and my beloved reindeer, because I have been there with them, and they are truly magnificent beings. And lastly, I would say that the polar bears, the reindeer, the dolphins, the people that are in zoos, the beings that are in zoos, many times they give their lives in a way that calls upon humans to know them and to care about them. And so I honor the reindeer because I know that they are asking for us to shift and to help to heal our planet and all of us. Allison.
The last question is from Sisimiut, Greenland.
Greenland.
Chris, it's the new year coming up. I love this time of year, and I would really like for you to talk about what is in store for us in 2022.
Oh, yay for you, because it is an ending, and above all, as you're saying, it's a beginning. And beginnings are very important because we create a base in these beginnings that echoes out into the future and dissolves what's in the blockages, the things that are in the way, and opens up for us new avenues of potential, new avenues of experience of life. So I share with you that I as well love the beginnings of years, the beginnings, all new beginnings. And one of the things that's important is that we can say that numbers, of course, is our cosmic language. And so in the past, there's been a lot of focus on what year it is, what global year. This year, 2 is a 6. And a 6 is a very powerful year. It gives us a lot of potential because the 6 represents community. It represents how we come together. And that's what we're talking about. If, and we will, begin to come together in more powerful ways this next year to resolve what needs to be changed and resolved, and also to create new potential. So I think that there's a great deal of support for us. This year, which is coming to an end, was a 5-year, which was about freedom. And so a lot of us felt that freedom was being taken away because we had not developed within our consciousness, within our awareness, that freedom comes from within. It's not what someone else can take from you, but it's what you do with the freedom you have. How you feel free inside, free to be yourself, free to participate in what needs to be changed rather than what is wrong, but what needs to be changed. And so in that pulse of our planet and our evolution, we come from a 5, where freedom was the conversation, and 5 is the self in the world. So we've kind of been working around with those conversations, and now this will burst open into this wonderful 6 year. It's also about health. And so let it be that what we will create in this next year is a sense of health within us. Not that something is going to attack us that we have to be afraid of, but that we know that our bodies want us to be healthy, and that we will take care of our bodies. And whatever way you do that, whether that's through nutrition or action or consciousness or all of the above, but to really say my body will be healthy and support me, and all the bodies, again, whether they're human or animal or plant, will find that way to be in their best life force energy. And so if we all come together, and I know we will, that we will begin to see that we are very powerful when we come together. Because, again, the more powerful you are, the more powerful I can be. The more ideas you have, the more I can place ideas out there, and our ideas can come together and create what needs to be created that will take us forward, and forward into a new world, and in a time when we can go on from what has been the past. Just as we evolve our souls, that's the purpose of being in body at this time, and that we contribute to the evolution of every life force energy on this planet. It's going to be a better year. I know that. And it'll be better because of you and me and our connection. Great love.